Sit down immediately. You sit your ass down. Oh my God. Like Ernie Hudson just said, are you kidding me? What a finish. What a motherfucking finish. In the third overtime, a 3 from Steph Curry. A buzzer beater 3. An actual, not even like a fucking fake buzzer beater, like a LeBron buzzer beater, where it's like, oh, that was a buzzer beater, even though there's actually, like 0.7 seconds left on the shot clock, so really it wasn't a buzzer beater. No. Steph with the actual puts it up with 0.1 second remaining, and it goes in, and it's a green release. What an absolute dude. Oh, God, I want to fuck something. That felt good. And they say they're saying, gamer, you gotta go outside and there's 20 minutes of play, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how much I just sweat playing 2K? Oh, how do you feel, buddy? You had that lead for 4 quarters and I caught up with 2 minutes remaining. Then we go into first overtime. We went into second overtime. We go into third overtime. You probably thought we were gonna go into a fourth overtime. But I win the game 132-129 with that 3 from Steph.
No, what I thought was going to happen. First off, I finally...
Ooh, baby.
I finally understand just the overwhelming worthlessness that is my existence now.
I can understand from that demoralizing loss.
I thought...
Because think about how all you had to gain. You were like, I'm going to win this game. You're like, I'm going to win.
Dude, I had so many... I had prepared winning speeches in my head for this episode. I was like, dude, you want look at my phone for a second. I have not touched it. Look what I did on my phone. I was so convinced I was going to win this, not tied up winning. Look what I have set to play for the second
the
I won.
Rocky song. Exactly. Gonna fly now.
I was like, I'm going to rub this in Alex's face so
dude,
fucking much.
I thought you were going to too. It's crazy, man. Okay, I was losing.
I started to notice you were sweating.
I was.
And for the first time in my life, that fueled me. Like, oh my God.
I know.
This is what it feels like to be a winner.
And I felt it in the room, dude. It was like the middle, or it was like at the very end of the third quarter, and I was like, wow, I keep getting the gap to like 4 or 5, then it bounces back up to like 12.
Dude,
and
every time you got the gap back up, normally I'd panic. And I was like, dude, don't fucking be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't fucking panic right now.
Don't fucking panic.
Look, you still got the lead. Yeah, it was 6 before. It's 4 now.
It's 4 now.
Just pop a 3.
Just pop a 3.
You're gonna fucking freak him out.
You're gonna fucking freak him out.
He's not even gonna see it coming.
He won't even see it coming.
And you know what? Sit Kobe out.
Just sit Kobe out to really play mind games with him.
Sit AI out.
Sit AI out.
Bring Steve Nash out there.
Bring Vince Carter out there. Bring Paul Pierce out there.
Thank you for finishing the pattern for me. All right, bring those guys out and then score another 3 just to really get in his fucking head.
And then score another 3 just to get in his head.
Literally every time he caught back up, I was just thinking, it's okay he caught up, just don't let him get that much caught up.
You can do
this. You can do this.
Don't let him tie it.
And you didn't get the lead until 2 minutes left.
2 minutes and 14 seconds. 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and I get the lead. The first lead of the game.
You know the exact minute. You sick fuck!
Yeah, God damn it! Son of a bitch!
It's my fucking moment to shine. You know the exact moment my one chance to shine just fucking diminished.
And the reason why is I started realizing, I'm like, yo, I was like, he's actually going to beat me, and this episode is going to be the worst episode of all time, because we haven't mentioned the 2K, we haven't mentioned it in a little bit, so no one knows that the record went from it being like 9-3 to 24-3.
I think I got 4.
No, I don't think you do.
I think
you're confusing what you almost did today.
No. There's another almost win in there at least.
So then you lose. And you lose just in a game you had to win, and around the end of the third quarter, like I think 54 seconds.
Hold on. You just said it was mine to win. I hate when people say it's yours to lose. Like that's some sort of fucking. This is going to help motivate you through something. It's mine to lose. Why are you saying you have to lose in the first place?
They're saying it's all on you if you lose it because you're not playing well enough.
Yeah, well, that's a scary thought. Stop putting the negative in my head. You just did that. I hate that.
So all I'm saying is around 54 seconds left in the third quarter, I realized, you know what I need? I needed Mike's special stuff. Right? I needed Michael's special stuff.
Dude, what a reference.
And I got Michael's special stuff, and suddenly everyone started playing a little better. I mean, listen to this fucking box score, man. We'll do yours first.
Start mine first. And
Kobe,
actually, can you give a quarter by quarter analysis actually to show this?
First quarter.
Do that.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so in the first quarter, by the way, this all came upon us because we were going to record like hours ago. It's like 9 o'clock at night. We were going to play a short game of 2K that went into the third overtime. So, shit happens. It really does. It's a similar thing last night, Last night I kept telling myself, you know what? It's midnight. I'll go to bed. And I'm like, I'm really not tired. You know what? I'll go to bed at 1. 1 comes around. I said, you know what? I'm really not that tired. I'll go to bed at 2. 2 comes around. Not that tired. So you know what? I'll go to bed at 3. 3 comes around. Not that tired. I said, you know what? I'll go to bed at 4. 4 comes around. Not that tired. So you know what? I'll go to bed at 5. 5 comes around. Not that tired. You know what I said? I said, I'll go to bed at 6. 6 comes around. Wasn't that tired. You know what I decided to do? I'll go to bed at 7. 7 comes around. Go to bed, not all that tired again. And around like 7:40-ish, I go to bed.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on. That's what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened in this thing, okay? Mm-hmm. You know, it's you get in the game. We were going to record hours ago, but we can't. First overtime, second overtime, third overtime. You got to keep playing.
I'd like to know how you are such a winner when your mentality of I should go to bed here is I'm going to quit, actually. I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do instead of persevering and doing the hard winning thing.
Right.
So you just quit at the easiest things you could do. But you win at the hardest things.
Dude, I kept winning last night. I'll get into the New Orleans Pelicans franchise, okay? Here's a little teaser. All I'm going to say...
bullshit, actually. You know what?
I'm going to say...
Your victory's nonsense.
All I'm going to say is this one thing as far as all the dedicated, diehard fans who are like, Alex, you haven't, where's the update on the New Orleans Pelicans franchise, you know? Quick little update, okay? Here's all I'm going to say. I'll get into it later, but here's a little prelude, right? If all I'm saying is if we were able to have, some sort of a season in which all me and the other 99 greatest players to ever hoop themselves, right? And we were all in our prime, and we all managed to go through an entire 82-game season without injury, right? All I'm saying, I think personally, I'd be the best in a very competitive league. That's all I'm going to say,
All I'm going to say is bullshit, because I forgot that you're a professional NBA player playing for the Pelicans every other night of the week.
I'm just a fucking
I don't have
pro.
that kind of practice day in and day
I'm just a fucking
out.
pro.
So your victory is nonsense. You should feel fucking sorry for yourself.
Look at the first quarter.
It's not even impressive. It's pathetic, actually. You almost
lost.
And
this all started because we were watching a fucking Secret Base video, SB Nation, a Sportsbook Nation video about the beef history of Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal, because we watched the one today about Shaquille O'Neal, fucking Big Diesel, and Bill motherfucking Grateful Dead Walton. And then after that, we're like, we should play 2K before, get a little more relaxed. We'll smoke a bit, we'll play 2K, we'll do our own beef history. We'll do who wins, Shaq or Dwight, and that's what this is all about, really. Who prevailed, Shaq or Dwight? So let's go to the team.
And interestingly enough, we started playing this because we watched a video about their beef, and now we have a serious beef between the two of us.
Oh yeah, big time. It's that beef is contagious, man. It's mad cow disease out here. So first quarter on the 2000 All-Stars, we have Kobe Bryant leading the way with 8 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. Phenomenal work. Shooting 4 for 7, 0 for 1 from behind the line.
Can we just say what a smile?
Right? It's true. Shaq, balling out. 9 points, 2 rebounds, fucking 3 steals, 4 for 5 shooting, 1 for 1 from on the free throw line. Never love to see it. LeJean Brames, 2, 1, and 5. AI, 0 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 steal. Fucking Tim Duncan, big fundamental, 4 points and a board.
Oh, it's weird how he was so instrumental in the first quarter.
Quality
just did nothing
stuff,
else
right? Not
me.
bad. What did my team do in the first quarter? Dwight Howard, the real Superman, 12 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Pretty baller of a fucking start. Carmelo had 2, 3, and a steal. And Kawhi had 2 and 2. Not bad.
Not nearly as impressive as my all-around.
Well, I'm just saying. Then let's look at quarter 2.
I had 5 guys standing out. You had, 3? Barely?
Listen here, calm down. Okay, so then let's look at the first half total, okay? In the first half? In the first half, all right? Kobe leads the 2000 All-Stars 16, 1, 2, and 1. Shooting 7 for 12, 2 for 3. People listening are like, are they really just going to sit here and talk to us about their box score from a 2K game?
Yeah, try to pay attention.
You bet your bottom dollar I am. Try to pay attention and learn something. try to learn something for once, all right?
Stop interrupting so much and just listen.
Just listen like a good little boy, all right? Shaquille O'Squeal, 11 points, 3 boards, 6 motherfucking steals, shooting 5 for 8 and 1 for 3 at the line. That seems more accurate. Steve Nash played 1 minute, did nothing in the first half. LeBron James, Lonnie 5-2-6, 3 turnovers because he's a pussy. Next, AI, 2, 1, and 7, and a steal. Big fundamental, 6, 3, and 2. Okay? That's cool. Let's check out what's the All-Stars. Just to clarify again, Kobe, 16 points versus Dwight Howard still leading the way with 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, shooting 7 for 9 and 6 for 6 at the motherfucking line. Shaq couldn't in his wildest dreams. Steph Curry had 2 points, Carmelo 4, and a steal. LeBron James had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals. It's been the Dwight show for the entire first half. CP3, the point guard, had a rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. Kawhi, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Giannis, 2. Russell, 2 and 3.
Yeah, point of the story.
Wade, 2 and 3 assists. Just to clarify, it's a close game, though.
No, but point of the story is I'm winning still.
You are.
And at this point in the game, I'm thinking.
Because, at the halftime, it's Robbie's up 40. I'm at 36. He's shooting 47%. I'm shooting 56%.
This is the first time we've ever gone into a half where I'm winning.
True. Of all time. You have more assists. I mean, I have more fast break points.
No one cares
I'm shooting better from behind the line.
No one cares about those stats.
I have more points in the paint. I have more second chance points, more points off my bench.
The only points anyone cares about are the 3-pointers and the field goals, in which I won both of those.
I have more defensive rebounds. I have more blocks.
Well, then why was I winning,
turnovers?
Tough guy? And honestly, into this point of the game, before you get into the second half of the game, I'm thinking, holy shit, I actually have the lead on Alex for once. This might be my fucking day. They always say every dog has its day. Is this my fucking day? Is this finally going to be the day where Alex goes, you got that dog in you?
Me for a goddamn day, yeah.
And I started feeling proud of myself, and I started thinking, don't blow it now. He might actually fucking think you're worthy of being a brother for a change.
First time.
For the first time, he'll proudly say it's my brother.
Well, hey, check this out. Even going into the third quarter, you're up 64-61. Everyone's like, goddamn, Robbie's going to do it. 3 whole quarters of dominance. He's going to fucking do it.
You didn't get the lead once, mind you.
Not at all. You had the lead. Fourth quarter, what comes around, right? Let's see. Robbie has the lead. Robbie has the lead. Robbie has the lead. He has the lead. Ooh, he doesn't. It's closing. 65-71. Oh, 67-71. 69-71.
And I come
Robbie
back.
takes the lead.
Then I come back.
69-73. 69-75.
Thank you.
71-75. 74-75. 76-75 at 2:39. James Harden, of all people, the beard, the fat slob. He takes it with a layup.
Do you? Hold on a second. Let's just reflect on this moment where everything changed in my life.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember in a recent episode where you said how I ruined your chance to enjoy anything henceforth?
Yes.
But then I also ruined everything prior because you knew it was going to come back to this. This is the moment in my life where nothing officially matters ever.
Is it because it was James Harden doing it to you? Is it because James Harden did nothing for the entire game until he came out there at 2:48, hit a 3, and then 9 seconds later took a layup for the lead?
Before I reflected upon it being James Harden, I felt that way, and now
Now
feel
it really
even
feels like
shorter
you're a
than I
bitch.
currently was.
Then look, what'd you do? You took the lead back 77-79. Then I had 77 to your 79. Then I had 78. Then 87. We battle it back and forth, right? We go into overtime 91-91 off an AI 3-point jump shot.
And that was the moment where I thought, nah, I was wrong before. This is my day.
This is your day, right?
It's my time to shine.
We go into overtime.
First overtime, I was like, bro, I'm going to fucking make
Robbie
this
takes
guy.
a 4-point early lead. I catch up. I tie. I take a 1-point lead. We tie it again. Now it's 98-96, 98-98, 101-98. And then the 2000s All-Stars, Robbie again takes a 3-point shot to tie it, to go to a second overtime.
What do you always say? Someone just made differently? That's
Some
me,
of us
man.
just are.
That's me.
But then what happens a little further into the game? You know, someone somehow at the very end of the game, right when it's all entirely over, you know, everyone thinks it's done. We're going into a fourth overtime. What happens?
You know, this game really represents my magnum opus as a person because I showed the greatest potential I ever had in my entire life in these moments, and I also showed the entire light being snuffed.
But then with
all of us.
0.2 seconds on the clock, Curry pulls up for 3 and wins 132-129. And I'm getting into the final score, actually. Hold on, we got to read the final box score for everyone.
Like there was a positive in my favor.
Yeah, but there wasn't.
But you just...
So we end the game with Kobe leading the way for Robbie's losing team with 32-2-1. Kevin Garnett comes out of nowhere in that fourth quarter in the overtimes to go up 29-10-3 with a steal and 2 blocks. Shaquille O'Squeal, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 steals, 3 blocks. Fouled out of the game, honestly, I think around the middle of the... Maybe that's why. If you had Shaq, you could have won it all. But Shaq fouled out pretty early. Steve Nash, 13-2-2.
Bro. It was the end of the fourth.
LeJon Brames, 10-6-13. AI, 9-2-9. And a steal. He only had 3 shots. And the 3 of them were the most clutch threes he could have ever had.
Yeah.
And you go to my team, my God squad. Dwight Howard, 37 points, 27 boards, 11 assists, 4 steals, 6 blocks, a goddamn triple-double, shooting
lucky,
13 for 22 and only missing 1 free throw versus Shaquille O'Squeal missing 5 free throws. You only lost by 3. He makes those 5 free throws. You win by 2. Seth Curry. I said Steph. I said Seth. Steph Curry, 32, 2, 5, 1, and 1. Carmelo, 28, 11, 8, and 5. LeJon, 9, 7, 6, and 3. The Beard, only 5. Only those 2 shots. Only those 2 shots to Robbie of all your glories. All James Harden did. He came out there just to say, fuck you, Robbie, and then went back to the bench. Point guard, 4, 1, 3, and 2.
I just feel sad.
Kawhi, 4, 2, 1. I just win. I win them all. I always do it.
No one likes seeing the same cocky asshole win Day in
I'm
and
the
day
Yankees.
Out. They win for they root for the underdog to occasionally win. Once in a while, they think he'll come out on top.
He'll prevail.
He'll have one moment to look back on his life to say, "Hey,
for 1 second, for one moment at a time, I was a champion."
For 1 minute,
you could have been that 40-year-old guy with his fucking class with his his state I won a state championship in my senior year. Could have been that guy, holding on to it. Could have had that one story. Yeah, maybe no one wanted to hang out with you 4, 5, 6 times. Those first 4 times talking about, this guy's pretty cool. He's got something to talk about.
Thanks for mentioning those first 4 or 5 times. That really made me feel good about myself.
What do you mean?
First 4 or 5 times I tried to share my glory. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That's not what I said. No.
You said maybe the first 4 or 5 times you wanted to share this story. No one listened. No one to hang out with you.
You're so missing the point. It's not even. This shows how maybe if you were a little smarter, a little bit higher basketball IQ, you win more games. All right. What I said to you was that I said now at the very least you get to hang out with someone 4 or 5 times and they'll think you're interesting. It's not till I'm 6 or 7 they realize that's the only story you have.
All right, that's a little better, but still it takes people 4 or 5 times to realize that I'm kind of cool.
No, it takes them 4 or 5 times to realize that you don't have anything else. Robbie, it's like you're so fucking. It's like you're trying to be mean to you by acting so dumb.
No, I'm not.
You're trying
stop
to make
being
me
mean.
I can't. You're just a fucking idiot.
Now stop calling me an idiot. Maybe I'd be smart if you didn't put me down every 2 seconds.
Dude, shut up, you stupid, dumb piece of shit.
I'm not a stupid piece of shit. I'm not.
Dude, you're like the fucking. You're not even a fucking 0. You're a fucking decimal point. Okay, relax, Mr. Fucking. Okay. What I was trying to say, it was a compliment, but again, you're too dumb to even take a compliment. God, what a sad, pitiful fucking existence it must be.
I'm still trying to figure out how I can call you something that's worse than a decimal point, but I can't think of anything.
You're a fucking, you're 1 to the 1,000th. You fucking.
I was trying to say that,
idiot.
but I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense.
No.
This isn't gonna sound good.
You're like 7 decimal points over.
So fuck you, thank you, love you, sorry, fuck you,
shit, fuck. Oh man! Again, I saw a video today talking about how apparently chess players burn like thousands of calories.
I'm sorry. You're just gonna arbitrarily change the subject.
This is about
to
this.
chess?
This is about this. God damn it! God, Robbie, fuck! I'm bringing in an outside piece of to lead us back.
Right,
on
I'm
track,
sorry. I don't know what I was
okay?
doing. I'm sorry.
God,
I'm just bitter and sad and
You're
jaded.
Stupid.
I know.
Okay, you're
I'm not.
dumb.
Stop calling me dumb.
I saw a video today that was saying how chess players burn like thousands.
Can we talk about basketball,
calories.
please?
I'm getting there, dude. You're an idiot. You're dumb.
Stop calling me dumb.
No, so I watched a video today, man, about this guy talking about chess players, saying how they burn like a couple thousand calories playing a game of chess from all the cognitive thinking, right?
Yeah, I believe it.
And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. But little does that fucking, pencil pusher know when you're playing 2K, you actually burn like 11 times the amount of chess players play because that's nerdy ass fucking chess, and this is goddamn basketball.
Dude, it was getting heated. We were playing actual
I'm sweating.
basketball.
I was playing a game sitting down and I'm sweating.
Well, I stood up for half of it because I was so fucking into the zone.
Oh man, just what a
dude, my entire life, when I actually played basketball in middle school, like if we lost, I was like, yeah, who cares? It's middle school basketball. It's not really that important. It's
dude,
okay.
I know. I really hated people who were like, I'd be in 4th grade there, and then I remember like just times where I was like, hey, you want to come over Friday and hang out? And they're like, oh, I can't. It's spring now. I got baseball practice. I'm like, oh, you got baseball practice? Like, yeah, man, I gotta go. Can't miss a practice. I'm like, you can't miss a practice. I'm like, you're 11 years old. Why can't you miss a practice?
I hate that so much.
And those guys like, 'cause I want to go pro. It's like, really, you're gonna go pro? You haven't even tried. Dude, you're like when you're playing. I'll give credit to guys who are like JV, like, hey, I'm trying. This is my dream. But it's like, bro, when you're playing in 4th grade, 5th grade, you're playing on a town team. You haven't even gone through the tryouts. You're just on a team because you're a baseball player because you felt like being a baseball player, not because actual professionals said, hey, you got talent, you can be a baseball player. You're just saying, well, I want to be one. It's ridiculous. And yeah, I'm talking about for the actual diehard fans, right? For the ones who know, right? The esoteric motherfuckers in the room. Remember that dream I kept saying about those mics pop up in my dream? Okay. I said there's that one mic with the fucking butt. That piece of shit was that baseball player, okay? And before anyone thinks, wait, Alex, why'd you want to hang out with him? I didn't. That kid sucked. I'm just saying he's the piece of shit baseball player example I was given, all right?
Your dreams were telling you otherwise. Apparently he's your favorite. You need to rekindle that connection. You guys never got to hang out enough.
Dude, he's a fucking Bottom feeder, bro.
Fucking, my point was,
I don't need more people named Michael.
I used to think it doesn't matter. I always thought that attitude was the perspective on things. It's just a game. Don't worry about it.
Just a game.
Well, now I understand the exact opposite mindset, where this is the most important thing that will ever happen to you.
You know why? You know why it's so fucking important?
I understand how they're so addicted to this.
To any people right there, to anyone who's listening, all right, potentially maybe perhaps a female who's listening, thinking, wow, these guys are fucking losers, being this interested over a fucking video game.
It's way more than
It's a fucking video game. Is that what they're thinking? They're thinking it's a fucking video game. That shows just the extreme limit of that person's understanding of what the fuck this just was. All right, this is called an escape. Did you think about your fucking life and your place in life for one motherfucking second playing that game?
Dude, I was on that.
No,
court.
you were in the arena. Okay, you were sweating
when AI made those 3 threes, motherfucker. I was AI making those 3 threes.
It was cathartic. All right,
nice.
It's the current moving through you in the crowd.
Nice.
You got something funny to say. You get your ass up on that stage and you say it. That show must have lasted, like, what, 10 years with that kind of dialogue?
Dude, based on that trailer, that show should have lasted at least 6, 7, 8 years.
It's the energy that moves through you in the crowd.
It just sucks.
You want something to say, you get your ass up on that stage and you say it. You're not ready for the gold room until... You're not ready for the big room until Goldie says you're ready. That is a motherfucking 2 a.m. in the morning pancake speech.
You know that idiot that's on Golden Hour?
The idiot I just referenced?
Oh, is that what God damn it. I see.
That is a motherfucking 2 a.m. in the morning pancake speech.
When you were doing the Sebastian Stan line, I was trying to think of what the fuck he says.
I'm dying
and
up
I
here.
know his line's so little. I didn't realize
Dude,
you
they should have had
referenced
that in the trailer. They should have had a part where someone's like, I'm dying. It should have been the guy who's like, fuck you, jerk off. And is Mr. and Mrs. Dipshit at home coming? Fuck you. You know that part?
Yeah.
Part of Michael Aragano from Sky High when he's all like, hey, fuck you, jerk off. I'm from New York. I'm fucking 5'2", and I'm from New York. I'm one of the good ones. You know, honey? I'm one of like that old school New York guys.
Santino's also in that show.
True. He's there. The Golden Hour guy's there.
That show was really fucking bad.
That super good looking one who's Meto's roommate was there.
Ari
Grainer. Bam. Got him. That not super good actress who everyone says is a great actress. It was the chick playing Goldie. The one from The Fighter.
Yeah, that chick sucks.
Nancy,
Dude,
Leo.
she's in fucking
Cleo Davis.
What's that show that Matt Dillon did?
D'Angelo.
Wayward Pines. She's so bad in that.
What's her name?
I don't know. Who cares? Who gives
her name's like Nancy.
Can we get back to the 2K?
Yeah.
Who cares about fucking Wayward Pines?
Well, you're asking me about. You're gonna say something about. But now, if you mention, Boppy Universe, that's a check for the episode. So what were you gonna say about that?
I was gonna say that I'm starting to notice that I'm exactly like him.
Oh, what does that do with the whole motherfucking 2 a.m. in the morning pancake speech?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you were talking about that guy.
Boppa.
I said since we mentioned the Boppy Universe, I said we'll get the whole Golden Hour reference.
You know what?
in.
I lost a really important game just now. You can't expect me to fucking follow that kind of mental gymnastics. Keep up that conversation.
That's some say it's the best to ever play the game.
Drew Brees.
Exactly. Now, what were you saying? What was your thing about the guy at motherfucking 2 a.m. in the morning pancake speech? I think his name. What's his name? We just figured out that guy's name. That was makes it so confusing.
No, the dickhead from Golden Hour. Everyone knows who we're talking about.
What's that guy's name though? It's like Eric.
All right. So for those of you who can't follow, there's Boppa.
Yeah.
There's the other fucking.
There's
Fruit
the
Loop.
pedophile Chris D'Elia.
And then there's the fucking dickhead.
Touch of your children, Dia.
Nice. It didn't really work that well, but it worked out well.
In the end, it worked actually phenomenally because when you realize the complex arithmetic you have to do to realize that children ends in that drin and like there's the D for Delia.
Can you say it again? Because I didn't even follow that.
Chris, don't let him around your children, Delia. It's really similar to the whole. You ever notice how identification is ID, and that the I in identification stands for I, and the D in identification stands for identification? That was kind of like the adverse of that, where I was doing Chris. Don't let him around your children, Delia.
That worked. That was pretty good. That was some serious wordsmith stuff going on there. That
was just some lyrical miracle, spiritual, for sure.
Dude,
so we know him. So it's Chris. don't let him around your children, Delia. Boppa.
Yeah, and dickhead.
But what's that? No, it's Brian Callen's probably dickhead. Honestly, what's this guy? I think his name is Eric. We gotta get to this first. And we'll talk more 2K. What's the guy's name? Eric.
Goat cheese.
That's probably not it. It's something stupid. He's got 3 names. He thinks he's that important.
Eric.
I think Gray's in there. It's like Eric Allen Gray.
Eric.
Which sounds like a fucking porn star name.
It's Eric.
Sounds like a 50 Shades of Grey porn star name. Not like an actual dirty porn star. Like an erotic novel's character's name would be Eric Allen Gray.
And that is the guy's name. And can we really, do we really talk about the dickhead?
We need to know what this guy's name is, all right? It's important to our listeners who also don't feel like looking on their phone and figuring out what it is.
Well, hurry the fuck up, all right? I have no fucking physical being at this point. I'm basically just oozing off the chair into a puddle. Because I want to at least make it through the episode, which is making it impossible.
Just a appease. I looked up the Golden Hour podcast host.
And it said the other dickhead. It didn't say his name. No, it's telling
me two guys named David Atlizer and Connor McCaskill.
See?
Which, is that not called the Golden Hour?
Maybe it's not. Who gives a shit?
What is this personality you've randomly taken on for the last part of the podcast where everything I fucking say your response is, who gives a shit? Stop. Move on to something else. I can't talk right now. Oh my God.
Because I am trying to exact
You're
my
an
revenge.
idiot.
Trying to break down the
walls. Remember earlier when I was saying how dumb you are? I meant it. You're a fucking moron.
I have so much power coursing in my veins
nothing,
right now, so you can't understand the kind of
all
power I have.
Between those ears is a dull void, and between the legs even less, all right?
It's getting stronger every day, no matter what you do.
Eric Griffin.
Keep me down.
Eric Griffin.
Wow! I'm glad we got to the bottom of that fucking case.
Do you know why it's bad? Motherfucking 2 a.m. in the morning pancake speech spells Eric, E-R-I-K. All right.
I could have told you that.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Fuck
jerk
that
off.
guy.
Fuck you, jerk off. Hey, is there a Mrs. Dipshit waiting for you at home? Fuck you, jerk off. I was like, wow, how much of this show did you watch? Half of the pilot. I just really like the trailer a lot.
The trailer's awesome. The trailer kicks so much ass.
They're like, hey, I'm dying up here. That's all they were missing was the, hey. And then they have, then Clark Duke's like, yeah, I'm a professional come from Boston. And then Jake Lacey's like, I still have a career somehow. I keep getting put into things.
Who's Jake Lacey?
The asshole from The Office, and who's with Leslie Mann in that movie, and he's the asshole who's with fucking Allison Brie and not Allison Brie.
Oh, that guy?
He's the guy in everything. He gets everyone.
That guy does suck. And
then Jake Lacey's like smoking. He's got the worst hair in the world and a dumb face and his dumb jacket.
Yeah,
and
can we
mention
how dumb that face is? My God,
such a dumb shovel face, man. What a dumb, beated down, bottom dollar looking guy. Okay.
A guy with a face like that might as well lose in fucking 2K while he's at it.
You ever heard someone say the expression, a face only a mother can love? His mother fucking hates him, okay? She despises him. Every time she looks at him, she thinks he's a goddamn biggest mistake of her entire fucking life, okay? I digress, all right?
No, you didn't express enough how dumb that face is, actually.
But that guy, when Clark Duke's like, I think it's him and Michael Anaragno or whatever, Sky High, right?
Yeah.
And I think the two of them, I think they're friends in it maybe. And
yeah,
he's
they're
like,
roommates. They sleep in the same closet
hey, we're professionals.
Together.
We're pros from Boston. Let us go on. Hey, because it's the 90s, I guess now they're selling all dice, right? And Jake Lacey is like, I know a place you can go on right now in front of a whole room. And they're like, kick ass. Yeah, let's go. And it cuts to, hi, my name is Brian, and I'm not.
My name is who?
No. It's them.
Did
fucking
they sleep in a closet under the stairs like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
They both shared the closet and the stairs, right?
Yeah.
It sounded like I was making a homophobic joke before. I want to clear the air. That actually happens in the show.
Sleeping in my closet, and that was. And they got super excited thinking that was like a euphemism for something, and then it wasn't. It was an actual closet. Yeah. I thought it was like some sick LA girls love to have fun sort of thing. Which like, yeah, sleep in my closet, put your dick in my closet. Maybe it's like a cute thing to call your pussy a closet. But it turns out they were not at all going that way. She's like, no, I have a closet in which you two can sleep and put your fucking dicks back in your pants. I can't picture her saying that. That would have worked into the shows. Maybe the show would have gotten canceled after like 7 seconds of being on the air.
I think there's a little. Do you know what the problem was? There was too much of that ginger.
You know what the problem was? There wasn't enough 2 a.m. motherfucking. What did he say? 2 a.m. in the morning motherfucking pancake speech?
Yeah.
There wasn't enough of that. We needed more 2 a.m. in the motherfucking morning pancake speeches. That's what every good show needs.
And what's interesting is that speech that he's referring to in the trailer, you think, wow, I can't wait to see that episode what that speech is going to be. And then you see
it, and it's like, when you remove fucking Blinded by the Light, suddenly this speech is pretty shitty and boring and out of place and stupid. And the whole rah-rah punch of you get your ass on that stage and you say it doesn't land a fucking punch.
It's interesting how that works.
Almost as if whichever person was in charge of cutting together that trailer deserves a raise, okay? They're like, oh my God. They go home and they're like, how's your day, honey? There's this it's always Showtime. It's always Showtime giving me these dumb shows, trying to compete with HBO, telling me to make them look cool. They gave me this show, and I was super excited. Like Jim Carrey's producing. It's about a comedy in the 70s, and it's like a version of the Comedy Store, and we're doing the whole, instead of just actually making it actually historically accurate, like normal fucking people, like Winning Time on HBO. Imagine if HBO's like Winning Time. What if we do about a fictional Lookers instead of the Lakers, and they were, I don't know, orange and blue instead of yellow and gold. I'm sorry, gold and purple, That'd be better, wouldn't it?
I think it would have been a little more interesting, actually.
So instead of just making it Mitzi Shore, they're like, we'll get the woman from The Fighter to be a version of Mitzi Shore, but it feels less sincere. And then
and you can also tell she's doing
also have
voice.
like actual people come in there and make, we have a Sam Kinison impersonator, we have a fucking, Richard Pryor shows up to the club, fucking George Carlin shows up.
No, instead they get that fucking
up.
pervert from that movie where he's fucking his son's friend.
Oh my god, remember the best
and he's
line?
Playing Johnny Carson.
Dude, remember
like
the
Johnny
best
Carson.
part of the entire fucking trailer is when he's like, Mexican is a dirty word. Yeah, think about it. I'm taking my kids to the circus. The Mexican circus.
You sound just like that guy.
And then I know.
Dude, that guy's like Bobby Lee, but for Mexicans.
How so?
Because he does the whole Bobby Lee voice, but he's doing a Mexican stereotype the whole time.
That's true, man. They're probably good pals.
They probably are best buds. Why isn't he on the
Why
Ginger
isn't he
and the
the good the
Gingy Whisker? Whiskey
no,
Ginger.
it's called the Good Friends podcast or the Bad Friends podcast.
It's
I never
the
remember.
Bad Friends. I think it's the Bad Friends because
It's called
friends.
We Bad Friends. We very bad friends. Super bad friend. Very very bad friend. And then that's actually the entire. Not many people know this actually. That's actually the entire reason they went with that name. Bobby and Cheetah were bouncing around ideas off each other, and Andrew was like, "Wouldn't it be really funny if I named it a podcast name in which Bobby can't actually say?" But he'll be too self-conscious to tell me that when I tell him the name. He'll be just like, "Yeah, it's great. Of course, it's awesome." So then he'll be saying to people like, "What's the name of your podcast?" I'm gonna look it up. Beth Wen. Beth Wen podcast. And like, Bobby, your accent becomes really thick at random when you're talking. He's like, I know. It's certain things. And like, why'd you call your friend the bad friend? He's like, well, I didn't want to be a Beth Wen to Cheeto and not like Beth Wen podcast. So I said, yeah, podcast be Beth Wen podcast. It's like, interesting. All right, Bobby Lee. Now we get to put that one in the thumbnail. Check. I think the thumbnail's just going to be a giant like NBA thing, but also going to have the Boppaverse and all the comedians' faces. They're just really try to profit off of their likeness, Really try to exploitatively use them for our success.
Well, they always say...
And then what we do is then we private all these videos once we get famous, then we become their friends, and then we become annoying versions of ourselves and just go onto the podcast.
That's a really good idea, because I've said a lot of things negative to these people, but I'm thinking, why did I do that?
Right, it burnt all the bridges before we even had them.
Yeah, there's no bridge.
Stupid of us.
I burnt the bridge. No one even built the bridge. I burnt it. What'd you say?
That was rather foolish, I said.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid. I'm regretting that. So yeah, let's lay it.
Now, the bridge wasn't even built and you burnt it. The construction crew came over.
Yeah, I saw throwing rocks at them.
Said, fuck it. Is there a Mrs. Jerk-Off waiting for you at home?
Like, this kid's mean. We're not building this bridge.
Fuck you, jerk-off. And you send them on their merry way packing, Now we have and now God has taken my bird and God has taken my bush.
Well, thankfully, we have this argument to fall back
Oh my God, full Jim Carrey circle. Bruce Almighty reference
awesome.
to the Bruce Almighty produced show.
That's pretty tight.
That's fucking tight as fuck, dude. And again, that trailer looks so good. That person came home and like, I have to cut together this dumb trailer for Showtime. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's like a great premise, but again, they didn't do it the right way. It's the shitty Showtime version of the right way.
And also, don't they have to get like raw footage and shit to make the trailer? They don't even get to see the finished episode or anything.
I don't know how that works. Probably.
So that's pretty good salvage.
I'm gonna splice it together, and then he's like, and also it's just all the. I really have to really rely on fucking Blinded by the Light for this thing. Cause all the pacing and the dialogue, and there's all this pauses. It's all weird and it doesn't make sense. It's uncomfortable and eerie, and everyone who's excited to watch, who actually planned ahead, saying, "Hey, this Wednesday I'm gonna be home tonight, so we try to watch the premiere of it," was just fucking acid reflux to the max, just disgusted by the entire fucking endeavor. And then it got canceled. And then Jim Carrey's other show got canceled. And then he's like, I'm done acting. I've retired Jim Carrey. Now I'm fucking Bryan Adams. I'm no longer Jim Carrey. Now he's like, no, I'm no longer Jim Carrey. Now I'm James. And everyone's like, ugh. So Jim Carrey, he's like, Jim, there's an idea of Patrick Bateman. Like, it's like, oh my God, dude. You're literally Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. You spread your asshole you made millions of, you're the only non-porn star to make millions spreading their fucking asshole. And he's like, it was just a character. I'm actually a philosophical genius. It's like, okay, Kanye, thanks a lot. And also, it's really too, maybe I could have believed him as being like the whole, I played my part, blah, 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 this was all an act. It's like, maybe if I was gonna, if I was convincing doing the greatest trick the devil ever pulled with convincing the world he didn't exist, one of those kind of things, and I was gonna do this whole entire, like Andy Kaufman-esque, it's all a character. Mm-hmm. That's probably why. He probably forgot he even played Andy Kaufman, and then made that documentary. He's like, oh yeah, that'll be I'll loop it all back to that. I'll just act like Andy Kaufman again, so this is all a character. It's genius. You'll never see it coming. So then he decides to fucking. But I'm saying this was all planned from the beginning. This was all. He's like, it's all a bottle plan. I have a middle, a start, a middle, and an end, right? He's He's gonna start off doing these dumb, funny things that are really funny. You know, I'll get my classics, my Ace Ventura in there. I'll get my Dumb and Dumber. I'll get my fucking. Of all time. Of course, Matt McCusker. Thank you very much. Now I can put his face in the thumbnail too. Okay, I'm going to have an entire basketball team. I'm going to photo like the NBA 75 best players of all time. The title again. Exactly, MSSP. 2K, throw it all in there.
I should say Brothers Yurasits featuring.
We'll call it Matt. We'll call it the MSSP episode actually featuring Matt and Shane, and we'll say and Joe Rogan, South by, and Brendan Schaub, and Andrew Schultz.
Just put featuring all of them.
All of them. Every single one of them. I digress. What I was going to say was that, where was I? Admittedly,
talking about the thumbnail.
Before that.
Talking about someone being super fucking stupid and useless, probably.
That sounds on brand, but what was it specifically? We gotta figure this out. Come on. What was it?
Oh, you're talking about Jim Carrey thinking he's not Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, thank you. Let me finish my point on the Jim Carrey thing. Jim Carrey, okay? It actually was all versus his plan to do The Mask, to do fucking Liar, to do Me, Myself, and Irene, Fun with Dick and Jane, you know, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That movie, what's that movie called? Man on the Moon.
You didn't give me any
all
clues.
These movies, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that maybe...
Number 23, forgot the best one.
Huh?
Number 23, forgot the best one.
That literally just ruined my entire point, because that's...
Oh, God, sorry.
That's the start of the end.
I always fucking do that.
So thank you for that.
God damn it! Son of a bitch!
So I was going to say, thanks for jumping the point, was that you'd think maybe he would have thought, you know what, maybe I don't do, since this is all part of a plan, maybe he should have ended his career at the height of it then to show this was all part. It was just a gimmick. It was just all a publicity stunt. It was all a social project, right? To be like, it was an experiment. To take an average man and make him the biggest actor in the world, show you can do comedy, drama, and everything in between. Then to end at the peak of his height, I did go out on top, but then he decides to do for his artistic endeavors shit like 23 and fucking Mr. Popper's Penguins or whatever, and motherfucking Sonic 1 and 2.
And Dumb and Dumber 2.
Exactly. That was a cash grab. That was just a fucking merciless cash grab. I mean, that's like... Isn't he also the guy who says, like, money isn't important, no one should have money, and blah, 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 blah?
I think he does say that.
And there's the only reason he could have done that movie is for money. He didn't say, wow, Rob Riggle's going to be doing what against... He's going to be, like, painting, like, you're going to paint Rob Riggle? That's so funny. I got to be in this, for sure. That's sick. I never even would have thought of doing that. That's why you guys are the writers and we're the actors. That's crazy. But he didn't do that. And on top of that, too, it's like... And then he tries to shoehorn back at the very end of his career. Since he's like, I'm actually going to retire since this is all... It was always meant to end this way or whatever nonsense he was spewing.
2?
No, that's not my point. Then he tries to shoehorn in some project saying he's a drama actor. Like, he was like the Looking Show for 2 years. Tried to do some weird art house and to say, no, I'm actually a really good actor. Bye. No, I'm actually really good, guys. Bye. I'm really good. Trust me.